How does a disaster happen in open ocean? Not with a collision, not with fire, not with sudden waves, just a routine cargo run, a calm night crossing, a freighter built for journeys so common they feel impossible to fear. October 1st, 2015, the SS El Faro sails eastward. On board are 33 crew, the bridge lights glow, engines hum. Outside, the Atlantic is calm. Inside, the storm waits. For hours, the freighter resists. It stays visible while danger closes. This is the story of the SS El Faro. The SS El Faro is a 790-foot cargo freighter running a familiar Atlantic route, Jacksonville to San Juan. A crossing repeated often, it feels mechanical, predictable, safe. On board are 33 crew. Officers and deckhands move routinely, coffee in hand, logs updated, bridge checks done, cabin lights glow, the engine hums, phones beep quietly. Nothing suggests danger, nothing interrupts routine. Below, the vehicle deck is packed with trucks, trailers, containers, far heavier than the crew ever sees. The ship is designed for stability, but the weight of cargo and storm quietly reduces the margin between balance and loss. Air smells of diesel and polished steel. The Atlantic reflects stars. Wind whispers against the hull. Bridge instruments shine in the dark. The ship moves normally, and normal is what makes the coming failure almost impossible to recognize. Late night, September 30th. The storm intensifies. Winds rise. Waves grow. The SS El Faro continues eastward. The bridge lights glow. Engines hum. The sea presses from every side. Overnight, the main engine begins to falter. Lubricating oil in the engine room shifts. Suction is lost. Propulsion fails. The ship drifts uncontrollably. Water enters openings not meant for it. Hatches and ventilation pathways leak. Below decks, cargo begins to move. Trailers shift. Trucks scrape containers. The weight relocates sideways. The freighter tilts. At first, small angles, nothing dramatic. Crew feel unusual motion. Bridge instruments flash warnings. Orders are shouted. Some move, some brace, some wait. Flooding spreads. Down flooding accelerates. The free surface effect amplifies the list. 15 degrees. More. Attempts to correct fail. Propulsion is gone. Stability is compromised. The ship continues its drift. Corridors slope. Cabins tilt. Hands grip rails. Feet slide. Balance disappears. From outside, the freighter is still visible. It looks intact. Inside, motion is climbing. Every minute, the angle increases. Cargo shifts again. Water rises slowly but steadily. The center of gravity follows the load. By early morning, October 1st, the ship can no longer recover. Irreversibility has begun. The disaster has arrived. Not in an explosion, not in sudden waves. It is unfolding in slow motion. A massive structure gradually surrendering to weight, water, and loss of control. Early morning, October 1st. The freighter drifts. Propulsion is gone. Floodwater spreads steadily. Lower decks begin to fill. Cabins slope. Corridors incline. Orientation dissolves. Decks tilt. Halls become ladders. Ceilings rise beyond reach. Space itself feels uncertain. Bridge instruments flicker. Alarms wail intermittently. Radios crackle with static. Crew repeat instructions. Hold positions. Keep calm. Some brace. Some climb toward light. Some wait, breath held. Water creeps through hatches and vents. Access to lower decks becomes impossible. Cargo continues to settle. The ship's angle grows gradually. Each second adds weight. Each movement stretches effort. Outside, the freighter still appears intact. The sea presses from every side. Wind shrieks. Rain hammers open decks. Salt spray blinds vision. Inside, gravity dominates. Hands grip rails, feet slide. Balance disappears from the environment. Time stretches. Minutes feel like hours. Communication is intermittent. Messages repeat. Authority feels close, but offers no rescue. The ship maintains shape. Its future does not. Every decision now is limited. Every path constrained. The disaster unfolds slowly. Not in sudden impact. Not in dramatic waves. But in geometry. In weight. In rising water. In silence. The freighter surrenders gradually. The world inside tilts. External calm belies internal collapse. Every second confirms irreversibility. The event is no longer approaching. It is happening. And the Atlantic holds its witness. The SS El Faro disappears beneath the Atlantic. The sea closes quietly. No explosion, no last roar. Only absence remains. Rescue efforts surge. Boats and aircraft search the storm-scarred sea. Helicopters hover. Coast Guard cutters comb waves. Radio chatter crackles. Counting begins. Names become faces. 33 lives lost. Most of them crew. Investigators reconstruct the chain of events. The El Faro was a 40-year-old cargo vessel. Its path led directly into Hurricane Joaquin. The captain relied on outdated weather data. Officers' warnings were dismissed. Flooding begins through open hatches and ventilation closures. Cargo shifts on lower decks. The ship lists. Lubricating oil in the engine room sloshes. The main engine loses suction. Propulsion fails. Down flooding accelerates. Recovery becomes impossible. Bridge resource management is ineffective. Company oversight weak. Survival craft lack hurricane protection. Courts and agencies take notice. Civil penalties are considered. Flag states and classification societies review safety standards. Closed lifeboats and modern survival gear are recommended industry-wide. Weather information systems and training protocols are scrutinized and improved. The El Faro becomes evidence of compounded failure, bad judgment, old data, structural vulnerability, a storm unchecked. Ships still sail, regulations change, memory persists, accountability lingers. Small time anchors are included. Within hours of sinking, search operations began. Investigators concluded in 2017 that the loss was avoidable. The disaster is complete. The evidence remains. Lessons endure. Lives lost are not forgotten. Some ship disasters are violent. They announce themselves with force. The El Faro is remembered for the opposite reason. It gave time. Time to radio messages. Time to hold positions. Time to believe rescue was already coming. Time to trust authority. Time to assume delay meant safety. And that time became part of the tragedy. Catastrophe did not arrive as an explosion, it arrived as a slope. A gradual change people assumed would reverse. Inside the freighter, the world tilted slowly enough to feel temporary. A problem to endure, not an ending to escape. Outside, the ship remained visible, a vessel still present against the horizon. Hope stretched to match that image. Systems appear protective, instruction seems safe, visibility feels reassuring. But systems are made of decisions. Decisions are made by people. People fail quietly, long before structures do. A vessel can remain in sight and still disappear. A disaster can unfold without noise and still take everything. By morning, the water is calm, the sky unchanged, the roots still there. A country wakes to a silence that does not close. A ship does not need to vanish instantly to be lost. Sometimes it leans slowly enough for belief to outlast escape. Sometimes the weight is the catastrophe. And when certainty fades by degrees, the end arrives without a moment to mark it. Between what was and what remains, there lies the liminal.